And we are back on the Sleepless Pod.
We are back, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And this week we have the privilege of being joined by Saul and Costa. Thanks for
Hey,
coming, guys.
hey guys,
Thanks
thank you
for
for having
coming.
us.
Yeah, so you guys are part of the Toronto house community group, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
started this group.
Cool. Yeah, so to start, I guess, why don't you guys want to, I don't know, just introduce yourselves a little bit for the listeners, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the Toronto house community.
Sounds good. I'll begin. My name's Costa. I started Toronto House Community about 5, 6 months ago. I have a passion for connecting people and kind of bringing people together, so I use that through house music. And yeah, I like to play sports on the side. Um, Graduated from university. Just working part time, trying to really focus on trying to build this community, hoping I could do it full time. And yeah, it's a little bit about me.
Nice. Yeah, that's all.
My name is Saul. Nice to meet you. So I'm start here this DJing
Yeah.
with Costa, and now we are part together from Toronto House Community. Honestly, it's a good idea from him. He creates all of this, and my favorite hobbies are music and connect people, the party, and something like that.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. And do both you guys have DJing backgrounds or producing backgrounds, or what's up there?
I have no background in any of that.
Okay.
Saul here DJs. I kind of got into this actually about a year and a half ago. I was never a fan of this music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, funny story.
So what were you into before that then?
I was pretty much just into like rap music, like just straight rap music, like rap clubs. I never was a fan of like EDM or house music. And then one day my life changed forever.
Yeah. Do you want to just check your microphone there, Costa?
You have to grab it.
Yeah, or you might be talking into the back. Does it say the front there?
No, it's
Yeah. Can you hold it up to your? Yeah.
Is this better?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
probably
I have to
better.
be closer.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
This way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
My
worries.
apologies. Whoops.
So you got into house music, so I feel like there's a story there. What got you into it?
Okay, so my friends would always talk about like raves and how fun they are. And one time he talked about Electric Island, and he's like, "Why don't you come and try something different and see like just how the vibes are and see how different it is?" And I was like, "Okay, why not? Let's check it out." And then I go and just the people listening to the music, everybody dancing, everybody's friendly, everybody's happy, no bad vibes versus like rap clubs. You see a fight all the time, people are like disrespectful. Just it was something different, and like after that first day Electric Island, we went to an after party at Coda, and then we went back to the Airbnb, and I'm like, yo, we got to get tickets for the next day. And then after that, my life changed forever.
That's how it all started.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so in your opinion, why do you think that some of the more rap-based clubs are there's more fights and stuff that you would see?
Just like also from my experiences of going to like rap clubs, like a lot of people think they're cool, too tough, like it's like we're just there to have a good time, like just past experiences, I would say, honestly. And like just hearing from other people, like even from other people that were into rap and stuff, like I talked to them and they're like, yeah, it's just the vibes are too good. Like I convert people basically.
Yeah.
Like I had at my old job, I
Nice.
brought like 8 people from my work that never were into it, and they all love it now.
Nice, spreading the good
Yeah.
word.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Saul, what about yourself? How did you get into like?
actually
House
I
music.
start in Mexico.
Okay.
I'm from Mexico, so I started this. I was working in a restaurant, and at that restaurant we have a DJ. So
Okay.
that DJ start to play house music, and that's why I start to love the music now.
You're right.
And then I started DJing at my room, and then I came here, and I know Costa, and he was like, "Bro, we have to do something together. You like music, I like music. We like know people. You know more people than me here, so let's do it."
That's nice. Yeah. Yeah. And how have you
And
found like creating this collective community at the minute? How's it going?
It's going amazing. It's growing rapidly. Saul also on WhatsApp started like a Latin house community group. So then like he kind of gets his people and then kind of bring it together, So
Cool.
that's a cool aspect. Because there's a lot of Latin people that love house music.
Yeah.
That love
Mhm.
like techno in Toronto, and a lot of them don't know about like all these communities and stuff. So having Saul, and then it's easier to connect with the people. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you guys just had an event there on Thursday.
Yes.
How was that?
So we had like that was kind of our first ever like real indoor event. We've had
Okay.
events at like Cherry Beach, but this was an actual at a venue. It was a Thursday at the Libertine, and it went really good for a Thursday, first ever Thursday. You know, people work, so like it's hard to expect people to come on a Thursday, but the turnout was amazing. People like the community, people want to support, so
Great.
it was really good. And yeah, hoping to do more in the future.
Yeah, because I think I saw you guys run that as a sort of community, local DJs only sort of thing, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So I called it like THC, Toronto's Community Presents Community Thursdays.
Nice.
You know, like it makes it more intimate, like community vibe, you know, that's what we like. And the venue is like, it's a nice venue. It's like 120 people, 130 capacity, so it's like perfect for that.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned Electric Island there. That first time you went, that was what, 2 years ago?
That was last year, May, the first
The
Electric Island.
first Electric Island.
Yeah, last
So
year, May.
before that, did you go to any this season or anything?
Oh, this season I went to every single one.
Oh, you went to every single
I
one?
party full time and I work part time. I tell people every time.
Did you go as well? So,
Yeah, same.
yeah.
same.
What was your highlights? Yeah.
Honestly, all of them. Like probably my favorite one.
What was the best set you saw
the-
out of all of them?
The best at this year.
Yeah, this year.
You go first for this one. You think first.
Maybe this thing not gonna like you, but in my opinion, was Indira Paganoto.
Okay.
Indira Paganoto.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. From
What
the start,
genre
from the
is
set.
that?
Yeah, because
What-
it's techno, you know.
A hard techno.
Yeah, it's hard techno and psytrance, you know.
Yeah.
But from the start to the end, I start dancing. I was dancing the whole set.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was so good. And Solomon, it's a legend.
Solomon.
Yeah, Solomon.
Solomon's
Totally
great.
Solomon.
I forgot that was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that was for you. Honestly, I really liked Dennis Cruz's set. So like
Yeah.
Carlita's set was really good. Then Dennis Cruz, sorry, it was Beltran, Carlita, then Dennis Cruz at the last DI. That was under the Bentway there, and that was probably my favorite part for sure. Had me
Nice.
grooving the whole night.
Yeah. I saw Solomon before at Melt Festival in Europe. RIP. They just had their last festival there this year, but I'll never forget that. That was like it was at like 6 a.m, sun coming
Oh.
up, and
There's nothing better than
Solomon-
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Totally.
There's nothing.
It was
Yeah.
epic. It was epic.
You also- I also did a 2 p.m. one, same festival, but it was like again so epic. In the baking heat, just forgetting it all. And
I
that's
know.
It's just the
That's
music,
great, yeah.
you know, it just
Yeah.
like hits you.
Yeah, yeah. Are you guys big festival goers? Obviously, Electric Island, but like. other
Yeah,
festivals?
so my first festival that I went like internationally outside of Canada was probably I went to Zamna, the closing party last in February, the end of February, and that was incredible.
Yeah.
Zamna, it was beautiful, like the sunrise. It was Art Bat playing. Oh my God, I wish I could relive that moment.
Yeah. Well, those are the moments we hunt for now, isn't
I
it?
know,
Yeah, yeah,
I know.
yeah. But yeah, what about yourself? So
My first big festival was EDC in Mexico,
Oh,
and then
wow.
Samna, and then right now Electric Island.
okay.
Yeah, and we are planning right now Samna Tulum at the end of the year,
Wow.
but they're coming to Toronto, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be good.
Cool. Cool. And how would you say comparing the scenes from Mexico to Toronto now? Is there big differences?
Yeah, there's a little big difference about the people from the vibe. You know, the vibe that you feel from the people. It's very different. I think here in Toronto you can appreciate more the music, the artists.
Okay.
You can feel the vibe, the essence from the music, and only in Mexico you can dance. And yeah, maybe a lot of people can feel the music, but here in Toronto is very different.
Okay.
And why do you think that is?
Sorry.
And why do you think that is?
I mean, I think, sorry, it's because in Mexico you have only big DJs once a year, and here in Toronto you have the whole year big DJs.
More consistent.
It's more consistent. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So is it well I would have thought Mexico would have been a popular spot for international guys to come through. Is that not the case, or it's just only one particular time of the year you'd get big
Yeah, it's
international?
one particular season.
Yeah.
Yeah, of the year.
Which season is that?
November, December, what's EDC Mexico?
Okay.
Sorry, it's January. And Samna.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So what's your like? I'm sure you've been to. What's your like favorite club in Toronto to go to?
Interesting. For me, honestly, I would have to say probably Coda. Coda has to be probably one of the best ones. The security is good. You know, they're always on top of their things. You know, because that's important. You got to be careful where you know.
Yeah.
The sound system's good. I was there twice this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Shout out to Coda.
She's
Shout
good
out to
people.
It's
Coda.
nice though. I get guest list now, so it's cool. So this is fun. Yeah, Coda for me. How about you, Saul?
Yeah, Coda too. Actually, my first club here in Toronto that I visited was Rebel at James Hype.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when I met Coda, I fell in love.
Nice.
Totally.
It almost sounds like my name.
Yeah. Exactly.
What do you think of James Hype? Actually, what do you think of his stuff now versus how he used to play? What's your opinions of James Hype?
Well, my opinion, it's he's an skiller on the decks. Totally, he's a total skiller. He's a good producer, but yeah, I like his music. I like the versatility that he has on the decks. But yeah, truly skiller. I think he's the best DJ in the world right now, doing skills.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, he is probably pushing the boundaries more.
Yeah, he's definitely up there. He's going for that big show element now, isn't he? With all the flicks
Yeah,
and tricks and
I feel like he's almost the like what on the rise of what Calvin Harris was on. Like when Calvin Harris started, he got like super big really quickly.
yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Calvin pushed the production, like he made different type of music, whereas I think James Hype is very good at getting on on the hype of music. Do you know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah.
so
I will say Calvin Harris is a far better producer though.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I remember there was a point in time where he had like written or co-written like 8 out of the top 10 charts songs. Yeah, phenomenal producer. He's probably a little bit, hard to argue, underrated sometimes. Producer wise.
Now.
Yeah, now probably, yeah. And I remember some of his earlier stuff, like that first album. What was it? I Created Disco, I think, was the album. Completely different to music he's doing now. He would like sing, he would like have a band and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he sort of jumped on the wave of the producing and DJing, and yeah, it took off. So, yeah, interesting. He's is he a little quiet now? I'm trying to think of the last Calvin Harris song I heard.
I actually can't think of it.
Yeah, I
either.
can't think of it. Yeah, last Calvin Harris. Yeah, he must be busy. Life gets in the way, right?
But have you seen his before and after? You should look up his before and after. When he starts DJing, he just looks like an average guy, and then obviously money hits, and like literally, he just looks way better looking.
Well, some
always the
of
case.
his old YouTube videos as well. I wonder if they're still floating around. He had this video where he had this like chicken, and he was going around Glasgow and stuff, and like taking this uncooked chicken around to different spots in Glasgow or something. Yeah.
They're probably roaming on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, so I'd say all those videos are like
And that chicken.
yeah, that chicken in Glasgow somewhere. Yeah.
So, Sal, one thing, one of the things we try to do is get, useful bits of information. If you were a DJ that's trying to start out, like I know, in some respect now, you've kind of got a bit of a following, as you said. You've got the WhatsApp group, and you're starting your own thing, and you've got the skills. What's kind of your tips for somebody getting into the scene? Like, how would you say is a good starting point?
Come to Sleepless.
You said it.
I'm not a DJ, but I'm not a
You heard it
DJ,
here.
but
You heard it here.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, totally. Come to practice to Sleepless, and that's it. No, to be honest, I mean, you have to be sure what kind of music you like it, first of all. And then if you want to start to plan it something about one set or something like that, you
Right.
can start with only one computer. You don't need the decks, you're nothing. You can start to practice that. And if you want to bring to the scene, I mean, you want to know more of this music, you can start to learn. You have to start to learn about the music, about the story, because there's not only songs, there's a
Mhm.
background over there.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a bit more of a connection to the music itself, and you can express yourself through the music and stuff. Oh, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Actually, I play Afro House, and I just want to say my Afro House, it's so good because I feel I connect with the people too much than
Right.
other kind of music.
Right, that's nice. Yeah, and then
That's
you can
beautiful.
really enjoy it and express yourself.
Yeah, totally. You
Well,
can feel
that-
the vibe with the
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and like DJing, you kind of get into it for different reasons. I think some people get into it to see other people have fun and get into a groove. There are some people out there that definitely do it for the attention. Whatever your
Yeah,
reason
totally,
is, there's
totally. Actually, I start this with a hobby, like a hobby. I'm not planning being like one of the biggest DJs of the world and not the best producer. I only do for a hobby. Uh, a lot of people who knows me knows this.
Yeah,
I only start the hobby.
it's a passion.
Yeah, it's my passion.
Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to have that, and then it takes a bit of the pressure off as well. I guess you feel like you can just like enjoy the moment and
Yeah, totally. And you can say whatever you feel. That's why I do like a hobby, because I express my feelings so good.
yeah.
If I don't like it, I honestly don't like it, and that's it.
Well, I mean, without this sounding too much like an ad, it's like one of the reasons why Tom and I, set up Sleepless, right? It's because having that creative outlet and being able to be creative, it's not easy to do because you need space. Some people find it hard to get equipment. And now you can just get going and have that outlet, and it's so important because life can be such a drag with work, with bills, having a
Totally,
passion
totally.
about something. Like some people it's sports, some people it's, the gym, other people without knowing it could be, setting a podcast up or, photography or DJing, and having that outlet is so important.
Yeah.
And lucky this place is open 24/7.
And you have,
By the way,
and you
forget
guys
that.
have everything. You
Maybe
guys
I'll
have
start to learn to
everything.
DJ. By the way,
Yeah.
wink, wink.
Yeah, we even
Yeah,
do lessons.
I have barely any time for myself. That's the only reason. Like I really want to learn, but
So do you?
Go ahead. Sorry.
So are you doing this full time, Costa? Like, is your main drive like getting this set up?
Yeah, well, that really is my main drive right now. Yeah, so like I said, I'm just working part time because I'm really putting a lot of effort and time into this. I'm really grinding for the community.
Yeah. And how are you
What's the-
finding that experience? Like
It's amazing. It's
ups and downs?
yeah, ups and downs.
Yeah.
Lots of ups though, not many downs so far. So that's pretty good.
Good.
Touch wood.
It's just awesome. It's also awesome because yeah, that's what he said. Right? Normally we say knock on wood, so that's just touch wood. I'm like, what? No, but yeah, honestly, and it's awesome because now you can go to events and you can message in the community who's here. For example, one time some girl messaged in the community and she's like, I really I need a piece of gum. Someone, can you help me out? And I'm like, meet me here. I'm at the same spot. Just little things like that, someone needs something, they're there. Even Coda one time, I didn't have cash with me or my debit card, or they only use insert or something. Long story short, I messaged my community. I'm like, yo, someone at Coda, please, can you bring me cash and I'll e-transfer you? And someone came right away.
Nice.
It's there's so many things that are even for say I'm going to a venue, I went to Lavelle, I'll message the group. Anyone know any free parking spots, low key hidden ones that I can go to, and then someone will help out.
What about the group chat from the tickets? It's good.
And yeah, so I kind of started a group chat with a ticket group in my community, where I have it where you have to request to join, and then I basically verify everyone that joins, so there's no scammers, no one has to worry about buying or selling tickets in that group. Because on the Facebook group, there's a lot of scammers. Everyone gets scammed every day, and
Right.
that bothered me. So I have this WhatsApp group, and it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. I have to message every single person, and I'm follow me on Instagram, because that's kind of the easiest way to determine. Because I know a lot of people, so I'll have mutuals with someone. Because I just want to make sure they're safe. And you don't have to worry about the tickets. I hate those scammers, and I hate phone thieves.
That's
I
fair.
really hate those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Yeah.
what chat is this all through WhatsApp
So
or
yeah,
Discord?
so this is on a WhatsApp community, Toronto House community.
Yeah.
And there's multiple subgroups.
subgroups.
So I started it with a group chat called Houses Music. um, probably around like October or something on WhatsApp. And then, it grew, it kept growing. And then, eventually it hit like over 750 people. And I'm like, what if we started like a community kind of thing, So I was just brainstorming when I was in Greece over the winter last winter. And then I was thinking of names and then just finally came up with like THC, like it's perfect,
Nice.
Toronto House Community,
Yeah.
simple. And then it just, and THC and THC, they go together hand in hand.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, sure.
so it just like, and then now it's just growing rapidly, people are hear about it. People like it's growing through like word of mouth and like it's also good reviews and no issues. So, yeah.
What numbers are you up to in
The WhatsApp community is full.
It's full?
Yes. So it's
It's
full.
like maxed out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's annoying with WhatsApp. So I'm
Oh,
trying
what
to
is
think.
the max? I didn't know there was a max.
I don't know. It's over 2,000, but it's nothing crazy.
Okay, well,
But it's like I'm like, come on.
have you considered? I know a lot of people are moving those sort of things to like Discord.
Yeah. So like I was considering that, thinking of different ideas. I did see an app that was made in Germany called Club Rom, which stands for Club Room in German, which means that. And then it's actually very interesting. So I messaged the people that developed it. And I'm gonna see if I can like set something up and then kind of show that to here Toronto because it's a great app. It has like a ride share option. You can create events. Someone can like add an option to like drive people. You can write if you're attending, reason why you're not attending, this, that. It's crazy. It's a pretty interesting app.
Oh, cool. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Like,
yeah. So this would allow you to do.
and it's like unlimited people.
Right.
So then it
Everything
could
you
just
want.
grow, like, and because like I said, the WhatsApp, like people are like trying to join, and I'm like, so basically what I
Cool.
did now is I made a group chat on that's like THE non-active users. So I told people that aren't active in the community, leave the community and join this group chat, and then I'll like keep you updated there. That way we can keep it with active people,
Wow.
Wow.
Jeez, it was a
Geez,
good
that's a
problem to
lot of
have.
management. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's a
And
lot of management.
I basically do this all like myself for that community, like so it's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
What's the end goal? Like, if I said to you 10 years down the line, this is gone. Like, what's your vision for all of this?
I guess my vision is like to host events, grow this big community. I don't even know, maybe get my own space, host my own like events at a space, like just anything honestly, like there's so many options that can
The
happen.
sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit. Yeah, that was the word I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
So I know in Vancouver, where I'm at, the guys at Vantech, right? They had their own like night, and then basically they've opened up their own venue now, the Industry, and it has an outdoor section called the Industry Garden.
Oh,
And like, yeah, they've gone and built like a
Yeah.
space, and I was actually there yesterday. Very cool. But yeah, like, I mean, it's definitely achievable.
exactly, like that's like the goal, and then like have like a designated community space kind of thing, like
Yeah.
not a community center, but like a Toronto House community like club or something.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
be like a community center, have different things inside, because it's like a community, yeah, it's about house music, but it's more than that. Like, eventually, like I'm hoping, like, I could set up like get food, like people who are free this day, like you want to meet here, we can go for dinner, this, that, just stuff outside of the community.
Totally.
Well, I don't think I wouldn't ever overestimate what you've achieved so far. Like, building that community in itself is not an easy feat, right?
You don't even want to know. Like I was like going out and talking, like I'll just go up to random people and kind of like say like, you like house music. I always start with, you like house music,
That's so
but
fun.
it's funny because they're like, obviously, like we're at a house event, but it's just funny because they'll laugh it out or they'll just say yes, so it's whatever. And then I'll kind of talk about it, how like we host events and stuff. And so I really went like, and I'd go out and talk like 20, 30 people, check my Instagram the next day, have like 30 new followers, and just keep connecting. So like that's kind of what I do. And then, but also what I wanted to say actually regarding the community. So then I began the WhatsApp community, started in probably January, I'd say, like mid-January. I created the whole community. And then the Instagram I created like end of March, and hit 7,500 followers now,
Wow.
which
Yeah.
is insane.
That's good.
That is
So-
insane.
Yeah.
As a lowly 1K follower company, that's seriously good stuff.
Yeah, so not bad.
And are you guys doing like paid advertising or just like purely organic stuff?
So through my Instagram, like I'll help with events and stuff. Like I'll help like promote events. So I'll use like Instagram boosted ads though, because it's like a targeted marketing, so it's pretty good. It helps reach the people I want to reach, so it's good just to put some money in, like, that way you can reach the people that don't know about it, and so I do that kind of.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you have to reach a wider audience. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, so your event on Thursday, what was the sort of turn? Did you get how big was the turnout for that?
So I think at the most probably like around 80 people, which is
Pretty
for a
good.
Thursday.
And
Like
that was the first one,
that was the
right?
first one ever
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And also like the venue, it doesn't really have a sign called like the Libertine, so it's kind of hard to kind of see exactly where it was. But after speaking with the owner, so their thing they do is called follow the red light. So they'll have like a red light there.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't know that. So then now like it makes it interesting. So that's the thing that'll be cool. But yeah. So I'm hoping we can maybe do it every Thursday eventually, if it goes well, and then that'll be a fun little Thursday event, because Thursday there's not many things that are going on that are like popping every week. So hoping that can be it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I know back home, Thursday nights would actually be a pretty popular night, especially with like students and stuff like that. Like,
Exactly.
do you get that sort of vibe here as well?
Some people wants to party on Thursday, so
Yeah.
But I
So-
feel like there's just isn't a spot that's popping on a Thursday.
Right,
So I'm
yeah.
trying to like be that spot.
Right.
So it's funny, right? Toronto is this big, massive city, but yet it doesn't have, like, it does, but I mean, for such a big city, it should have even more going on all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's definitely quiet points in the city, particularly for how big it is now,
You're right.
which shouldn't
Yeah.
be the case.
I think that's mostly a mentality thing, though. I think people here just love going out Friday, Saturday nights. There's no.
You're
thought
right,
about-
actually. That's
yeah,
very true.
I
But like
think-
Europe, they'll go out like Wednesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday. I live European style.
Yeah,
I'm
oh,
Greek.
he's Greek.
I know, like back home, you finish work. Yeah, Thursday nights will be popular. Like, let's go to the pub after work, sort of thing.
Exactly. Like
so, Yeah.
that's what I'm hoping to like kind of bring. Even like at the end of 2023, I was always like to everyone, I'm like, house music take over 2024. Like just watch, I'm gonna grind.
yeah.
And then like here we are. So
So did you grow up in Greece? You said you were Greece.
no. So I'm
Oh,
Greek. I was baptized in Greece. I have a lot of family in Greece, but I was born here. I'm
Okay.
from Kalamata. Have you heard of Kalamata olives? The
Yeah.
famous olives. That's
My
like that
favorite
area.
olives.
Yeah, that's like kind of like so that's where I'm from. Yeah. I don't eat olives though.
But maybe that's a
There
sponsor.
often?
Yeah, I go there often because my dad's whole family is basically there. He's the only one that came here, so like that's why I've been there like probably 15 times now. I used to go like every 2 years with my family.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Never been to Greece yet. Have you been to Greece?
Yeah, I actually worked for someone on EOS.
Oh, beautiful. You're lucky.
Yeah.
Now you gotta
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It
There we
was
go.
when I was in college. So actually, it was my first foray into DJing. So I was starting to do, like, before I went, some just be just like helping club promoters, basically just a club promoter, right? And for a place called Pygmalion, the company was called Abstract.
Mhm.
And then went over to EOS, right? And there's parties happening all the time.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, how do I make some money here that like is, I don't come back after losing money, basically.
Mhm.
So I knew a friend of mine was a DJ, and he was coming over to visit us anyway. So, but he was getting pretty big on the scene. He was playing for a couple of big nightclubs in Ireland. So I went up to a bar and I was like, oh, hey, I'm going to fly this DJ over, right? I'll get the people in. We'll maybe I'll cover the cost of him coming over, and we'll do a splits in the bar. And they're like, yeah, perfect. We'll put that in the calendar, not book anyone, So anyway, he comes over. It's the day before the gig, and he ends up getting into a big fight. He leaves, and basically I have to go and DJ, even though I hadn't DJ'd before, maybe once or twice, and I had to go in and
Man, so nervous guy.
and it didn't work out. They were like, you didn't do what you needed to do, so we won't pay you half the bar. But anyway, that was
That's hilarious.
yeah.
It's all about shooting your shot, though, Robin, isn't it?
Yeah, lucky for you, Costa, things are going well right now. But yeah, it's like you learn more from your failures than you do your successes.
Exactly.
This is it. Yeah. But geez, look at you now, Robin.
I know, yeah.
There you go.
So, what's your next gig that you have your eye on coming up?
So next gig will probably be another Thursday gig. Just kind of started hosting my own events, so now like kind of just connecting with venues and seeing where I could do them. So it'll probably be this next Thursday thing, because really like I think a weekly Thursday thing would be perfect, for the city or for the community. So yeah, that'll probably be October 17th.
Okay.
Lockdown.
October 17th.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
And then are you going to any like DJs or bands or anything?
Yes. Sorry, am I going to any events?
Yes.
Like yeah. Every weekend I'm out. Like
Oh yeah, you
Thursday,
don't
Friday,
plan it?
Saturday. I'm
You
out.
don't plan it. You just go where the wind takes you.
Well, also I do plan. So we have a couple of busy weekends ahead of us. I'm actually going to New York City on Tuesday for a week.
Nice.
So that'll be an awesome experience. I got a couple events there. We'll see Mathame, Agents of Time, like the melodic
Agents
techno
of
guys.
Time, big.
They'll be at Brooklyn Mirage. I've already saw
that's
Agents
great.
of Time. So it'll be awesome. I've never been to Brooklyn Mirage. I heard it's
That's
good
cool.
stuff.
I've been. Yeah.
Have you been? It's
very
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun experience. I've never been. And then like October 11th and 12th, we got Masano, huge melodic techno beast coming, and then we got Rebuke. I don't know
Oh,
if that's how you say
Rebuke,
his
yeah.
name. He's really good. Like he made a song like Along Came Polly, like Siren. You know the anima song with
Yeah.
the sirens. So
Yeah.
like those two, that'll be insane. I'm very excited for it.
Nice.
Do you have anyone solid?
Yeah,
ready
you
for?
going to?
Yeah, next weekend, Fred again on Thursday. Fred again on Thursday, and Friday the whole weekend I'm gonna stay on Montreal to Adam Port.
Ooh.
Oh, Adam
nice.
Port's
For the
great.
Montreal Friday.
They're the kind of music guys, right?
I'm going to a gig this week as well. I'm going to Over Mono on Saturday, Friday.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, they're great. I love those guys.
Yeah.
They're in the Opera House. So that'll be fun. Are you lining up anything of late, Robin?
I am going to see Nia Archives. She is a jungle producer. She's from she's from England, but she's phenomenal. If you want to watch a good boiler room, she's got a great boiler room. Nia Archives. Yeah, I don't know if she. Yeah. I don't know if she's. I'm sure she's played in Toronto. I'd have to look it up. But yeah,
I think she's been around a while, right?
she has been around a while. But I feel like. I feel like it's one of those cases where, like, with Adam Port and the kind of music guys, like they've been around for ages. It's only now they're getting like really big. I feel like you just gotta, grind.
Make that one song to it.
Yeah, totally.
Move.
Yeah.
Move.
Well, it's also like we talk about it a lot, Robin. Genres coming like in and out of popularity and stuff like that, and it's cyclical and all that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is
Psytrance is getting big.
Yeah, Psytrance is back. Yeah.
I was gonna say melodic techno.
Yeah.
And the trance too, bro.
Yeah, trance
trance
is
too.
back. Yeah.
DJ Marlon Hofstad.
Arbat, yeah,
Yeah.
with the trance. Holy.
Yeah, DJ Daddy Trance as well.
Marlon Hofstad.
Marlon
recommend
Hofstad,
him.
yeah, good, big fan of that guy. But yeah, no, it's funny the way things come back like that, and in 10, 20 years, you never know what's going to be popular. Yeah.
What are your guys' takes on hard techno?
For me, everyone knows I can't do it. Not a fan. Absolutely no hard techno in my community. They have like other communities for hard techno. Help yourself.
Yeah, no, they do. It exists. Right? No, they do. Like, I mean, there's my
Like
Pet
the
Monster.
industry.
Yeah, the industry. My Pet Monster does a community night as well with
Exactly.
techno dates, and it's hard techno. I mean, for me, I there's some songs I like, but I saw a Reddit comment that was very interesting, and they were saying it's incredibly hard to catch a vibe with hard techno. Like, there's no real dancing, right?
It's just the same thing.
You're waiting to just get hit by a heavier hit.
In my opinion, the hard techno, it's going to the gym and that's it, bro. You can have a lot of cardio with hard techno. If you are a boxer, you have a boxing and that's it.
Interesting.
Not for
yeah.
dancing too.
Yeah.
Just for the gym.
Yeah, just for the game, bro. It's cardio because you're moving when you are dancing. It's this,
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, and well, I like to be able to hear different melodies and rhythms
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah, but if you go to hard techno night, sometimes it can just be a lot of like, boom,
Yeah, just like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like
The
I'm
high-
scared of
the
same
high
entry.
clap.
Same.
yeah,
Just the
Yeah,
high
Yeah.
clap
totally.
stab.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I like every kind of music. I hear any kind of music, and I like hard techno. But I agree with the idea from Costa.
yeah,
Don't you catch the dance?
yeah. That's true. I'd agree with that as well.
Yeah, like I like the sounds, like melodic techno. I like the melodies.
I,
Like beautiful
but I
sounds.
I actually think a big rise of its popularity is that it's almost cool, right? But so people go and it's almost like a spectator sport. They're there and they're just more like, oh, this is like, cool and hip, and I'm just like spectating it. It's like
Yeah.
I'm here now,
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than maybe, more of a vibe.
Yeah, versus like yeah.
Well, what did they call it? TikTok techno as well, don't they?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
do they? I've never heard of
there
that
you go.
one.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
they call it TikTok techno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I can't. I remember after Electric Island last year, before I started like, I was just going out partying. We were gonna go to Vertigo, and then we changed our mind and went to Coda. And I don't know why we did that, because it was super hard techno at Coda, and Vertigo was the house music, which was weird for a change. So I went there, and I was there for half an hour. I was trying to like it, and then eventually I left after 45 minutes. I couldn't. Just-
I actually think I think it's at its peak in popularity now.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
And
true.
when
Yeah.
when any genre gets to the peak of its popularity, it gets commercialized.
Mm.
And basically, when it gets commercialized, it goes, okay, what songs are making money? Let's just make that or similar. And
Yeah.
keep doing that. And then basically, it's like what happened to dubstep, right?
Mm.
Cool sound that was created by Skrillex. Was like a
Skrillex.
prime. Then he got super hype and big. Everyone copied Skrillex. It started to sound the same. People dropped off because it wasn't about the music anymore. It was more about the money. And again,
The same-
yeah.
Yeah, the same time as Avicii with the sounds, that
Yeah.
happened.
That was the
Oh,
same story
Kygo.
with-
Kygo is another one, right? I
Yeah,
think
that was
Kygo.
another one.
Kygo, I used to love Kygo when I was, it was a unique sound. You didn't hear that often. And now it's like, you hear it all the time.
Yeah. Well, I always think I follow him on Instagram. Your man, Clang Clunsler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hard
yeah,
techno.
yeah. But I
I
remember,
unfollowed him.
I remember when I first heard his original music was completely different.
Oh.
He used to play like house music. He used to be a house DJ,
Oh,
and
really?
he'd do like housey tunes.
Lighthouse.
Yeah, like
as well.
Lighthouse.
well.
Like
Ah.
if
Like
you go on
Beach
Spotify,
House.
yeah, like Beach House, like tropic. Yeah,
Yes.
if you go onto his Spotify
You
and
could-
listen to some of his earlier shit, you're like, what the hell?
For real? I would
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, because I remember, I'll never forget the first time, because that's what I remembered of him, and then I saw him pop
Oh.
up like years later, and it's just like,
Yeah, like
I'm like, what
4,000
what
BPM.
happened? But he really rode that wave. Like he's like probably up there, one of the top
Oh.
guys in that.
He was at
That's
EI
on
this
it.
year, wasn't he?
I think he did play this
Yeah,
year,
I didn't go to that stage.
but he's selling out like all
also-
night. Like he's all these all night gigs where he's playing all night for like 7-8 hours straight.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've noticed that like hard techno gigs, like who played I know someone played in New York, and apparently there's a 6-hour set of hard techno at like wherever the Brooklyn Mirage, and I'm like, what? How can you go 6 hours straight set of hard techno? But I guess
It's a lot. Some
That's-
people like
it's
it.
a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
don't get me wrong. I've done
Not
lots
one
of
DJ?
techno in my. I've done long sets with DJs. Yeah, I
Six.
think that's fine. But again, it's picked like if you like hard techno and you really
like
think it's great, then you like it. Great.
Yeah.
exactly.
This is
Yeah.
it. Yeah, yeah.
It's either you like it or you don't, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd say with hard
Yeah,
techno,
depends
like,
the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no in between.
Well, it was
Yeah.
like dubstep, right? I could have said to you a few years ago when dubstep was at its hype, I could not listen to dubstep, didn't get it. And I think now that it's kind of like not as prevalent anymore. I've listened to some cool kind of bass dubsteppy sounds that are like pretty cool. So as I say, I think it's like the hype train, and then when it comes back down, it
Totally.
becomes more about the music.
Yeah, or if you go back and listen to sort of the OGs of a particular genre, and then that sort of really brings you back, or
Yeah.
remnants even with we were talking about dubstep there, you got the likes of the OG dubstep guys. You got Benga, Scream. Who was the other guy in Magnetic Man? But Scream, he went on. He's a house DJ now.
Yeah.
But really good DJ actually.
Yeah, he
I've
is.
seen him a
Right,
couple
yeah,
of times. But yeah, it's funny like going back and listening to those like OG sounds and then see where it like ended up.
Yeah. interesting too.
It's cool. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, I guess that's what happens. Yeah, once like commercial guys get their fingers.
Then
and then
you hear it
just-
everywhere.
Yeah. But that's the story of the industry. I guess.
Have you guys
total
heard of
summers.
have you guys heard of Crystal Clear?
I have not.
So you should give him a listen. He does house music as well. He's done some great house tracks. He's from Ireland as well.
Okay.
Many years ago, Tom and I actually did an interview with him in college, and he was saying one of the things that especially DJs have to get good at is basically knowing when to stop partying. Because he was saying that he used to hang out with Scream and Jackmaster. And those guys would just party so hard that it got to a point where it's like, where do you draw the line that this is work and a non-stop party?
Nice. That's fair. And I guess there's only so long your body can like take it
Yeah,
on, right?
and then he said he didn't like the music as much anymore because he was tired all the time, and then it was like turning into a bit of a grind. And he said he had to do like a reset and stuff like that. But
It's all balanced too.
yeah, no, it is. And like that's a thing about this kind of scene is that you're involved in parties all the time because it's your like job to be there. It's trying to see that sometimes it's about work and other times it's about the party, because when you have the party all the time, it's it's hard to say no.
Yeah. That's very true actually.
This is it. Yeah. Yeah, but when the fun stops, stop. Isn't that right?
Yeah, exactly. So will we whip out the hot take wheel?
We'll whip out the hot
Let's do
take wheel. So
Sure.
we didn't tell you guys about the start, but surprise. So this wheel has a bunch of hot takes on it. We usually ask our guests to come on, spin it, and then we sort of just like talk about a topic
Okay.
on the wheel. So Saul, you're the closest there. Or Costa,
Saul.
do you want to spin it?
Give the honors. You'll probably spin something better than me.
Okay, I'll try and read Robin's writing here. Hustle culture is toxic. Hustle culture is toxic.
You have to spin that one. I don't know what that means.
Well, I
Well,
guess-
it's like, do you agree or not? Do you know what hustle culture?
Yeah,
like
I would agree because I would say I'm a hustler. Like not in a bad way, but in a good way, and like in a way of like I grind. Like I'm hustling. I'm constantly trying to do something, think of new ideas. Like going out, talking to people, hustling for a better price for a venue, for example. This, that, negotiating stuff.
So a big thing as well with the whole concept, right, is hustle culture is like you are constantly working, and then it's like, where do you draw the line to stop, right? Like,
yeah.
and I think we've like a lot of people you hear now, oh, I have a job, and then people are like, well, what's your side business? And suddenly it's like you no longer just work a normal job or focus on one thing. You constantly have to have other things going.
Yeah, it's always good to have different things, like different multiple ways of money coming in, like just like trying your best to do as much as you can, especially nowadays living like very expensive. So
Focus on yourself, practically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's important to know where to get the right balances, though, and have time for yourself, and as we said earlier, when the fun stops, stop. So
Yeah.
but there we go. Thanks so much for coming on, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to, where can people find out about the Toronto House community and everything you guys are doing?
Well, you can search up Toronto House Community on Instagram. Instagram's probably the number one way, as WhatsApp is currently full. But we'll post stories, and then you can follow my personal Instagram. It's the one following on THC, so it's easy to find. And And yeah, just Toronto's community. We have a TikTok that I'm just like, I don't really have time. It's a lot of work to do everything. So I mean,
Right.
I'm like, maybe I'll get someone to help with the TikTok account because like that could actually help because TikTok
Yeah.
now it's very popular. Yeah, and if you're a Latin person, you can join Saul's Latin House community on
His
WhatsApp.
community on WhatsApp. Send me a message on Instagram on every event and meet me at the Thursdays community right now.
Yeah, you gotta come
we'll-
on Thursdays.
We'll make sure to put all the links in the description below. But yeah, no, thanks very much, guys. Thanks.
Thank
for
you so
coming.
much for
Yeah,
having
really
us. This
appreciate
was
it.
amazing.
Invitation,
Thank you
guys.
so
No
much.
worries.
So until next time, then, guys. Peace.
Sleep well.
Thank you.